Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the Harbour View Highway going towards the Norman Man International Airport. Good day everyone, my name is Claude Sinclair, but the world knows me as Big Stone. Today is an historical day. Today is the day that we meet the Crown Prince, which is the grandson of His Imperial Majesty, and that is Prince Ermias Selassi. He's expected to touch down at the Norman Man International Airport at 10 o'clock today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, 50 years ago, in 1966, His Imperial Majesty touched down at this very airport that was named at that time the Palisados Airport. When he came down and he looked at the Jamaican Rastafarian, hundreds of thousands of Rastafarians bombarded the tarmac, wanted to catch a glimpse of their God Almighty. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're en route. We don't know what to expect. We don't know how much faithful Rastafarian will show up today to mark the 50th anniversary of that historical visit by His Imperial Majesty. I'm here with an upcoming artist, an artist that Big Stone knows gonna take the road by storm. An artist that I know because of his love for His Imperial Majesty. I had to wake him up at 6 o'clock this morning to make sure that this artist witnessed a piece of history. His name is Unorthodox, a former contestant of the Magnum King and Queen competition recently. Ladies and gentlemen, and the rest of the world, I present to you, ladies and gentlemen, Unorthodox. Take it away.
Waking Iowa, Big Stone, big up myself. Waking Iowa, what blessed love, blessed be Lord, my rock who changed man for war. Well, alright, Orthodox, I'm the get day and youth, with the get day and rights and the get day and truth. Babylon can't give me no gun for shoot. My black brother, them your mother, what would the revolute? Hey, Orthodox, yes, the get day and youth, with the get day and rights and the get day and truth. Wicked man can't give me no gun for shoot. My black sister, them your mother, what would the revolute? Hey, praising Rastafari, that is more tangible. Make sure you read and meditate and never get caught up in the ranks of Babylon. Though half we choose your way because the works is overstandable. The King of Kings and Lord of Lords, not just cause him will trample you. Words sound powerful and heavy than the anchor to Marcus him a chant and words sound it at the power to. Big Stone, big up yourself, we are rebel to the end. King Orthodox, yes, they get day and youth, with they get day and rights, they get day and truth. Babylon can't give Big Stone gun for shoot him. Black sister, them your mad, him would a revolute. Hey, and as the disciplined child, yo, we are fretting wise. Like King Solomon, me said David child. Selassi at the root, you're not fretting twice. Seed of Solomon and Sheba, beg you don't compromise. The one you met, they get to you them wise. Hey, open up your eyes because the limit is the sky. Marcus Garvey say, God the nature first, make us what we are. Out of our uncreated genius to make ourselves what we want. Get to you, Coffee, what you want. What you want.
What you want. Here it goes, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are now at the roundabout at Harbour View, getting ready to touch the former Palisados Airport Road or the Norman Manley Airport Road. We're here, of course, with the ace videographer from the big company of Firestone Video Production. And as you know, ladies and gentlemen, today is an historical day. I feel good within myself to be so given and honored by the gods of the Almighties, the gods of the Holy of Holies, to be on the spiritual trek. I want to big up all my friends overseas. I want to big up Maureen Duxmore. You should have been here, Maureen, to see this, because today I know it's a day that you would have been long for. I want to big up Diane. Diane, big up yourself all the way in Toronto. I want to big up Miss Barney. I want to big up all my friends who have assisted me. I want to big up my daughter Claudia. Claudia, where are you? She's coming to Jamaica on April 28th. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel good. This is the journey of the visit of His Imperial Majesty. Ladies and gentlemen, as you see the skyline of Kingston on my right, what a beautiful day. It's an overcast day. It's a day when all of Jamaica should be proud, because today marked the 50th anniversary of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassi I visit to Jamaica on the 21st of April 1966. Ladies and gentlemen, all these roadways were crowded with Rastafarian back in 1966 when His Imperial Majesty landed at the Norman Manley International Airport. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are entering the roundabout by the Palisados, or the Norman Manley roundabout. Take a look at it, the Norman Manley roundabout. What a beautiful sight. And we're here today because of the arrival of Prince Ermias Selassi and his beautiful princess. She will be here, ladies and gentlemen, and today will be a special day. It's a day that I thank the gods to be a part of. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are at the Norman Manley International Airport. Today is an historical day because 50 years ago, on April 21st, 1966, His Imperial Majesty came to Jamaica. When he came to Jamaica in 1966, it was 3 years before the wicked act on Rastafari and the Coral Garden massacre. His Imperial Majesty came 3 years later in 1966. Today is the 21st of April, 50 years later. And ladies and gentlemen, I just want to tell you this. April 21st in 1966 falls on a Thursday. Today, 50 years later, is also a Thursday, which means His Imperial Majesty's visit in his grandson, which is him, coming to Jamaica at this time, 50 years later to the date and day, is indeed an historical event. I'm here with priest Dermot Fagan from the Haile Selassie High School of Vision. Bible study, prophecy, and Sabbath worship. Good morning, sir. How you feel today, April 21st, 2016, exactly 50 years to the date?
Well, actually speaking for myself, I regard it as a commemoration in effect for 50 years ago when the Lion of Judah entered Jamaica. I was 12 years old at that time. So speaking for myself, at that age, tender age of 12 years old, I remember that day it was the most busiest day in the history of Jamaica. And what I saw with my two eyes when the Emperor came out of the airplane, standing on the airplane step, I saw a sash across his chest. And the titles were King of Kings, Lord of Lords. And at that time, it did not bear so much relevance as it is obvious now that in his coming and the title that was revealed, King of Kings and Lord of Lords, we get to realize that it was a prophetical manifestation in accordance to 1 Timothy chapter 6 in the Bible, verses 13, 14, and 15. I give thee charge in the sight of God, who quickeneth all things, and before Christ Jesus Christus, who before Pontius Pilate witness a good confession, that thou keepest the commandments without spots and rebukable until the appearing of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christus, which in his times he shall show who is the blessed and only potentate King of Kings and Lord of Lords. So that scripture is so relevant to me to show that there is no other crown, King of Kings and Lord of Lords, except the Emperor Haile Selassie first. So today, it galvanized our interest into coming out in diverse mansions. Actually, School of Vision is one of the members of the Millennium Council, which is the proper collective representation for all mansions mainly. So today, we rejoice in that Advent marking 50 years of his coming to Jamaica.
I personally could not miss this for the world, because when His Imperial Majesty came here in 1966, I was only 9 years old. So today I could not have missed it for the world to see the grandson of His Imperial Majesty. It's like you're seeing the Imperial Majesty himself. I'm a little bit taken back though, Dermot Fagan, about the amount of Rastafarians, true hardcore Rastafarians that has been fighting the struggle, that has been so humiliated. They should have come out here now at this particular time in thousands. Because like the father, likewise the son, as far as I'm concerned. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, actually, I am optimistic that before the day is over and before the entourage actually move from the airport,
Yes. We shall see.
the Rastas will come.
Yeah, man.
The Rastas will come because we have great respect. We worship the emperor and we have great respect which we retain for the royal family, equivalent to the royal ambitions of the captive crown. So we will give recognition to the royal seed of David. Yes.
Another thing also, at a time like this when our crime rate is so high, what kind of message you think the grandson of His Imperial Majesty will bring to us in this so wicked time that we're experiencing?
Politically speaking, I don't know if he has enough information to make a statement towards the criminality of our country and the societies. I don't know if he is sensitized, like I said earlier on, with our political interests. So we will hope and see how we address himself into that.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here speaking with my brother, Priest Dermot Fagan, part of the Rastafarian Selassi. It's a long title, so I don't remember it in depth.
School of Vision.
Will His Imperial Majesty's grandson visit the school of His Imperial Majesty left for us?
Well, actually, I think that is a part of his tour tomorrow, Friday. You see, the Millennium Council is chaired by Sister Mitzi.
Okay.
And I think she would have more information
On that.
She's up here in discussions.
Yes, in terms of the
Based on
itinerary.
what I've heard, I think tomorrow he will visit his grandfather's school.
Do you think you'll get a chance to touch and be with the Crown Prince
Well,
today?
actually, I don't exact myself, but even I'm familiar with Prince Darway, and his granddaughter came here recently, Tenaga, and I have met her. So I am
You're optimistic,
that
of course.
the opportunity will avail itself.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. I'm speaking with my brother, Priest Dermot Fagan, and he's here early with all of his family members to meet and greet the grandson of His Imperial Majesty, Prince Ermias Saleh Selassi. So it is a wonderful, wonderful experience. Thank you very much for talking to me. And my name is Claude Sinclair, but they call me Big Stone.
Big story.
Yeah. So I will be talking to you
Yes, sir.
momentarily as the day
And give
progresses.
thanks for the opportunity.
And we thank you very much, okay?
You're welcome, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. But I just want to hear from some of the brothers here after speaking with my brother, Priest Dermot Fagan. How are you this morning, my brother?
Great.
What's your name? Jesus Jackson. What are you feeling coming here today? Just let me hear your feel.
Great. I was at Scotch Pass from last night waiting on this.
You was at Scott Park from last night,
Waiting on this moment.
and you're here.
Yeah, I know all the family coming because I have a bus and many more people coming.
Coming. Well, we await them and to show the world how powerful Rastafari
They
is in
come,
Jamaica.
they will be.
We give thanks, my brother. Come on down, let's talk to somebody else.
Yeah, shy.
Greetings, my brother, greetings. How are you? Want to speak to you in 1 minute? What's your name, my brother? Jesse. I'm here with my own channel, Big Stone Records, and we're here to captivate the moment because, you know, modern television might not tell the truth as to what transpired on this day. So we're here to help expose the realness of this visit 50 years later since His Imperial Majesty came to Jamaica. So we're very thrilled. What are your feelings, first of all? How old were you at the time when His Imperial Majesty came? About 7 years old. And how are you feeling today, 50 years later? Now that you're a Rastafarian in full, how you feel?
Great, you know.
Great.
I think, you know that, you know, our father,
Zane,
you know,
come. How far are you coming from?
mountain.
I just want an idea so I can tell the people you travel 10 miles, 50 miles. The mountain like where? Which mountain? Oh, Newcastle. So that's quite some distance, ladies and gentlemen. For him to leave all the way from Newcastle and to get here before 10 o'clock this morning shows you the kind of respect and honor and love and unity that the Rastafarian movement of Jamaica has. Unlike in 1963, when Bustamante ordered that all Rastafarians must be jailed, and whoever cannot fit in the jail, Bogue Hill will fit them, which Bogue Hill, as you know, is a cemetery. Rastafari has come a long way. They've grown in strength and strength till the culture of Rastafari is used by the tourism. Remember, they used to lock you up for a spliff. They display Bob Marley and all over the world with one of the biggest spliffs you can ever think of. So Rastafarian, ladies and gentlemen, have come a long way. Let's go talk to some more brothers down here. Let's see a young man. How you doing, my brother? Big Stone, how you doing? What's your name? Selassi. Oh, so you're a Dermot Fagan's son. It is an honor to talk to you. We see the father and we see the son. It is powerful. What are your thoughts now? I mean, your father is such a powerful figure in the movements of Rastafari, and I know you must have inculcated the great wisdom because your father is a very wise individual. Yes. How are you feeling this morning, on this day?
Well, first, let me present myself as a Rasta youth that board, Rasta youth that board look upon the king, as a God and a savior for me,
Yeah.
as a young youth going through a lot of tribulation right now.
Yeah.
But let me say this, that the people may hear. You know, I'm feeling very overwhelmed to be here. You know, as a young man growing up as a Rasta. You know, I can't explain how the feeling is right now.
So you're able, and you will be able to tell your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren about this day.
Of course, man. I can't forget this.
Selassi, big up. Selassi Fagan. This is the son of Dermot Fagan, the priest I just spoke to. Give thanks. Give thanks.
I know all of these things about Rasta, so I can't give you a history on the Rasta foundation.
What are your feelings today? What are your thoughts?
Well,
This day.
it's wonderful to me and see the grandson of Selassi, my dad.
Yes.
So, that is my thought. By the way, I am 76. What date is it today? Well, 26 June about, so it's 26 and about, what is it, 8 months and a few days, 20 odd days today, to be 77.
Ladies and gentlemen, you hear that? And look how the brother looks standing upright, militant as a Rasta man.
Yes,
So you see Rastafari, the eating and the liberty of Rastafari is a firmness. 76 years old.
and I don't eat meat,
No form of meat,
I don't drink out of plastic.
no drinking out of plastic.
Yes, well, I drink out of plastic like a bottle of water.
Yeah, well,
you know,
about- yeah,
but
yeah.
like, no, and I don't eat, what shall I say, white bread. No one stop eating rice because I know it's no good for me anyway. I'm just a food man. And greens. I do eat fish.
So you believe in chanting and planting.
Oh, yes. I am a farmer from Clarendon.
Yeah. How did you get your name though? You didn't tell me your name.
Well, in this fraternity, Noah.
Noah.
This is the priest give me the name.
Noah.
You can leave out the rest because
Yeah, the rest is not significant.
no.
But we don't know where that I'm Sinclair. That's what my slave master said.
So I'm Rokatam. That's what my
Yeah, I could have been anything.
Yes,
Give thanks,
You're
my brother
welcome, my
Noah.
friend. You're welcome.
You know, we could not have closed off this segment. Of course, we have to balance the thing with this Empress. How are you? Good morning. Is it possible for me to have a dialogue with you? Ask you a couple of questions. What is your name, please? Veronica Duaney, otherwise known as Love Joy. Where you from?
I'm originally from Kingston, but I'm living in Bullwood,
Okay, so you actually left from 9 Mile Wood Bay to come here this morning. What made you make this pilgrimage?
Well, this is a really good opportunity for me because last time I see the emperor when I was 5 years old, I was on my father's back.
So you actually was here 50 years ago on the back of your father, witnessing the arrival of His Imperial Majesty. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're talking about. History is as a way of repeating itself. And this definitely is a testament to it. She was here when she was 5 years old, and now she's here 50 years later.
My grandfather is the head of Ethiopia. His name was Bongo Puro.
Is he here with us or with the ancestors?
He passed off years ago.
Okay, he's with the ancestors. Okay.
You know, I'm here to carry on his tradition.
I am so proud to be talking to you. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel so overwhelmed to see this lady, you know, who was here actually when she was 5 years old. And she said she didn't want this visit to miss her for nothing. So she came all the way from St. Thomas, right? St. Andrew. Yeah, the border St. Andrew and St. Thomas to make this pilgrimage today. Thank you very much for talking. Have a wonderful day, because I will be. My brother, how you doing?
Yeah, give thanks. Yeah, give thanks and praise unto
Yes, my
Reverend C.B. Claudius, R.B., Clarendon, Green Bottom.
Yes.
This man.
His name is Claudius Henry.
Yeah.
Wow. Can you imagine my mom named me after this man?
In Green Bottom, in Clarendon.
Great man.
My name is Claude Sinclair. That's the slave name, you know, but I was named after him.
Okay, yeah. Also, I am an archangel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could you explain what an archangel is so people all over the world will
Archangel
understand?
is a emperor right hand man.
Okay.
We know where the emperor is, we know where the king is. Let's get that. The emperor the months with him. Put and drink with him, put and more grandson there, greater grandson with his eye.
Yes.
Black power.
Of course, every time. That's why we're here. To
So,
make sure
why
that
am-
this is documented.
I have to leave Mandeville
Mhm.
and come here at the airport. Then the first time when the prince then come here, then come a 19 mile. The last place then come a 19 mile.
Yes.
And they say everywhere we then go in the world, no one don't look like here. And they say there's a foundation. They ask Martin Planno, where is the Black Man Foundation? And Martin Planno say the Reverend C.B. Claudius said we did make a foundation in Green Bottom. So what we are doing now, it is here Mike Henry from Maypen.
Yeah.
Maypen.
Yes.
Yeah, he's working on the reparation, working on more of the things as an overseer. The place better. We have people there that were in a way with the warm up, but after a while, you know, we deal with them nice and put them one side and up in back. It's an estate, you know.
Okay.
The estate we have Lebanon farm down the bottom,
Okay.
Sandy Bay. The farm we raise fish, we raise fowl, we plant cane, all of these things. But all of them is something they put down now. Because through the revenue we did it. And management, bad management, mash up the business. So that was all the business for poor people who couldn't come in and invest out of way what did they understand?
What you thought, what's going through your mind now at this particular moment, awaiting the arrival
We
of the
are,
prince?
well, I give thanks and praise because the prince is my blood. It's a blood, royal blood. Yeah, one part of royal blood over Africa and
One part, of course. Yeah, the Honorable Marcus Garvey also said wherever there's one African or more than one African, it's gathered, it's Africa.
Yeah. So I
So like
have,
over there, so now we know that Africa, we do with all one.
yeah.
One.
So I have to come now and meet them here Wagwan if they're going to come a 19 mile or if they're going to just circle around and left the Solomon card I give it. Because I own the Solomon card I come
Yeah.
So I know we come now to find out and we greet them to say we have to give thanks to them to say we have to see
And bring
that.
the blessing.
Yeah. You understand?
Thank you very much, my brother.
We thought Solomon, King Solomon, this
Yeah.
monarchy would stand. It is King Solomon. From King Solomon, from Samson to Solomon, this monarchy stands strong. Like King Solomon now, his blood continue. His life continue, his life journey
course.
continue. Never dead.
My brother, thank you very much again for all that valuable information. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to be talking to more article Rastafarians who have made the trek from all over Jamaica and possibly all over the world
Especially
to
Jamaican
meet and greet His Imperial Majesty's grandson, Prince Ermias Saleh Selassi. We give thanks. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are, April 21st, 2016. I'm here with my two brothers. I don't know where they're from yet. I'm going to ask the question. How are you today? Welcome. What's your name?
My name is Dominic, but people call me Nati.
Nati. And you're from?
From Austria.
From Austria.
I'm
You?
from Mexico.
You're from Mexico. What's your name?
Johnny.
Johnny and Nati. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel so good to know that today, this historical day, we can have brothers all the way from Austria, which is the other part of the world, and all the way from Mexico. What made you come here today, just like myself, to be a part of this historical moment?
Because it is a historical moment.
Because
it's 50 years, it's 50 years, and it's like really a milestone.
It's really a milestone.
Because we had also, for example, it's not just the 50 years of His Majesty visit to Jamaica, but we also had, for example, 2014 was 7 years after Ethiopian millennium in 2007.
Wow. Yes.
So we
good to know.
now we try to more and more see how things evolve and what really happens in those times, and that Jamaica has decriminalized in 2014, and these things are really important. And also that His Majesty, when he came to Jamaica in 1966, he said that many people forget that he attempted to include Jamaica into the Organization of African Unity.
Wow.
So that could have changed the
whole thing, the whole
world history, the history of the African diaspora in relation to the continent and cooperation, Pan-Africanism, but also world history. And that's why we're also here, because even though I'm from Austria, the brethren from Mexico, and we have brethren from all over, it is something that affects the whole world, you know, because even, you know, there was 2,000 years ago a man was born in a small town called Bethlehem and grew up in Nazareth. Nobody knew about these towns, but it affected the whole world because the consciousness the man was carrying had an impact that influenced the whole world, and it's the same again. And so we found it very necessary and worthy to make this trip from wherever in the world we are to come together and commemorate this 50th anniversary of His Majesty visit, that to see also that Rasta is still there. You know.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm feeling so elated that the brother speaks so much, so fluent, and so much, you know, in regards to his Africanness and in regards to world situation. And it's really a privilege for me to just be quiet, because you know how Big Stone will be talking up his mouth, but I'll be quiet and listen to the brother speak eloquently. Today's a great day, and I'm happy I'm here with you, and I'm very happy I met you also, okay? I'm very happy. So what are your thoughts?
Well, you know, from Mexico there's many Rasta people.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of Rasta, because there's a significance, because His Majesty went to Mexico as well in 1955.
Wow.
And you know, as a Mexican roots man, it's only right and purpose to come and
represent the family.
Yeah, half a century His Majesty touched down here in Jamaica.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. I really thank these two brothers for giving me the time and to talk to us and let the world know how they feel and what, you know, they really feel in making this pilgrimage. You know what I mean? And it shows you how committed and dedicated they are to the movements of Rastafari. So once again, give thanks. You want to shout out to anybody in Austria or any part of the world?
Yeah, man, we shout out to everybody in Austria who keep the vision of His Majesty alive and the message, and even those who could not make the drought, I will bring these good tidings and good news to everybody back home. And yeah, give thanks.
Nati, you have it, ladies and gentlemen, and
Johnny.
And Johnny, Nati and Johnny, right here at the Norman Manley International Airport, April 21st, 2016. Exactly 50 years later, to the day and the date.
Yes, sir.
Because 50 years ago, It was a Thursday, so you know it's a spiritual gathering. Give thanks for Rastafari. Aye, my brother. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to In the Streets. I'm here at the Norman Manley International Airport. I'm here with a very dear friend of mine, Mr. Razzle Dazzle, and he's popularly called. You know, he's a businessman from the western part of Kingston, and he's here along with his friends to pay respect to the Crown Prince, coming here today, 50 years later, since His Imperial Majesty's touched soil. How are you doing today, Razzle?
Not too bad.
What is going through your mind today, 50 years later?
It's a historical moment, you know, and I'm here with the Abuna, you know, representing downtown Western Kingston. And it's glad to be here.
Okay.
You know, to be a part of a historical moment, you know. So, that's it.
And I know you can tell your grandchildren and your great-great-grandchildren, because how old were you when you came here in 1966?
1966, 55.
Yeah, you was about 11 years old.
Yeah, I was about 11.
Because I was 9 at the time.
I was at Bakawal, standing up on the bridge there at the gully.
Seeing the motorcade coming by and everything?
Yes, and so I just well want to see I go there from early and stand up on the bridge and see that little dog inside. Sometimes they say it turned like a lion, but I directly, you know, see him, you know, individually, and it's glad to be here now, you know, see, to be a part of
this, yes, for the next 50 years.
Yeah, for the next 50 years.
You want to shout out to anybody so they know that you was here, people in England, Canada, anywhere in the world you want to talk, it's going worldwide.
Respect, you know, to all the other Rastafarian and them, and Abuna who keep the thing alive in Western Kingston.
That's him over there in the white.
Yeah,
and a chance.
Me is a part of the street man, with up on the street, as you know, always a cater for the youth them, in the ghetto to see when we can bring food to them. Although the violence still go on, see me and people are get shoot and, you know.
But you're doing the best that you can.
You know? Yeah, to deal with, you know. But
and if everybody do the best that they can, Razzle Dazzle, we can make a difference. We can make a big
difference.
Yeah,
and everybody else, sometimes I'm always give up, but I never give up.
You cannot.
So, you know, and that's a part of me. People going to see a lot of more because I'm creating an avenue right now where they can keep karaoke. I write a lot of poems.
You have to include me in that. I'm a community person.
I write a lot of poems, so, you know, it's so open up for the summer, so, you know, see, so who can get involved, you know. And they can contact you to contact me.
Of course.
You know.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, Razzle Dazzle, one of the stalwarts, the real freedom fighter of Western Kingston. That's not going nowhere. His business still exists in Western Kingston, and he's here to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the arrival of Prince Ermias Selassi.
Yeah, man.
Give thanks.
Yeah, man.
Ready? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are at the Norman Manley International Airport. Today is April 21st, 2016. Exactly 50 years since His Imperial Majesty touched down on this beautiful soil known as Jamaica. This airport was named Palisados Airport. It is now known as the Norman Manley International Airport. And of course, I'm here with Heru Haishakamusa Menelik. Greetings, my brother.
Blessed love.
I must say and ask this question because the world is going to ask this question. I know you must have experienced the visit of His Imperial Majesty 15 years ago in some way or fashion. Where were you at that time and how old were you at that time when His Imperial Majesty came to these beautiful shores 50 years ago?
Well, 50 years ago I was attending Kingston Technical High School.
Yes.
As a student, I was actually in St. Thomas at the time when His Majesty arrived at the airport. And it was a wonderful feeling because the rain was falling, and just at the time when His Majesty arrived, the rain stopped falling, you know, when we were hearing the report.
Yes.
So it was something very significant to me at that time, you know, and we heard people talking about it.
How old were you? The age mattered. I was 9 years old, and I just wanted to see all your memory of recollection, you know, what in terms of the age. How old were you at the time?
At that time I was 16.
You were 16 years old?
16 years old.
So you was fresh with your thoughts and everything was done, developed and everything to absorb that historical visit then, whatever was heard.
Yes. And you see the good thing, The Honorable Marcus Garvey Jr. was my teacher.
Oh, okay.
So he showed me the greatness of Ethiopia. So we were always looking forward to His Majesty coming to visit Jamaica. We knew it would happen someday.
What are your thoughts 50 years later now that you're here? It's a beautiful morning, it's not raining, a little overcast. What are your feelings going through your minds at the state of where Jamaica is right now? And what are your feelings?
Well, it is very significant at this time, 50 years after His Majesty came. His Majesty said to us before we left the soil of Jamaica, organize and centralize.
And we have not done that.
And
we have not done that.
We have not accomplished that. And we are suffering because of that disunity, as I would put it. And it is so significant now to what is happening in the world that the time has come when we must organize and centralize or we shall die.
Or we shall die. How important to the common person to grasp that? Because if they have not grasped it 50 years on, how you think you can give them that message so they understand and abide by that principle?
Well, Marcus Garvey had a wonderful saying, you know, that man shall not know himself until his back is against the wall. And what you find now is that a lot of us, our backs are against the wall. The economic stagnation that is gripping the world today, and it shows you that 85% of the world's population is living under the poverty line. That means they exist on $1 a day.
Wow.
85% of us and sinking deeper. So that is the reality of what is happening today. It must change or you shall die.
You think the Crown Prince will bring any gift and guidance in terms of how we take it from the next 50 years on?
Well, the greatest thing is the word sound. In the beginning was the word, and the word take on to itself flesh and dwell amongst man. So we shall have a word of encouragement, a word of inspiration that will lift us up out of this stagnation that we are in. Because everything starts with the word. Before the word, you have the thought. After the thought, you get the word. After the word comes the action. And this is what we must get ourselves prepared to do now. When we get the word, we produce the action. Liberation is a must.
Liberation is a must. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be talking to you momentarily as the day unfolds. But we're here talking with Eru Aisha Kamusa Menelik. And he's here once again in the flesh to witness a piece of history. The arrival of Crown Prince of Ethiopia, Prince Ermias Selassi. Give thanks.
Blessed Lord.
69, so he was 3 years old when his Imperial Majesty came in. Trying to get here, 50, and he was, okay, for God, he was, what was at that time? 15, inside. Ladies and gentlemen, good day once again. We're here with Prince I. We're coming for the second time to see the arrival of the Crown Prince of Ethiopia, Prince Ermias Selassi. Prince was here 50 years ago as an 18-year-old man to witness the arrival of His Imperial Majesty. What are your thoughts today? I see you walking with a stick, but you're here, you make it. Nothing could stop you from coming.
Stone!
Aye. What is the joy you feel, my brother? Tell me.
The joy is more than without
right now at this point.
The whole away get it.
The whole away?
You know what it is to get among the one people?
Great. But this Imperial Majesty left that to himself. We must organize and centralize. So we didn't do it enough over the 50 years, but now 50 years later we're going to do it now. Today is a significant day. It is important when we see ones and one gather in this time. I give thanks for this moment of speaking with you on this historical day Who you want to shout out to anywhere in the
Every
world?
one of us.
Every one of us.
Sons and daughters of the Most High God.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are again with my friend, Mr. Alan Martin, chairman of the Marcus Garvey movement, the Marcus Garvey Foundation, of course, Mr. Witter, my friend. What are your thoughts today? First, I'll start with Mr. Witter. How you feel today, April 21st, 2016? What are your thoughts?
It's not about thoughts, it's a reality.
It's a reality.
Or what is the reality today? The reality today is His Imperial Majesty 50th visit anniversary, which kind of to say Rastafari have been recognized in a very divine official way by our King of Kings and Lord of Lords from Ethiopia. Only bad things go against Rasta are saying nobody no want hear nothing about Rasta, and Selassi no want see no Rasta and all of that. But 1966 proved the government wrong and some part of wider society. I and I as Rasta have been practically centralized in Jamaica by His Imperial Majesty in the true sense of what we would call a nationalized effort by him, the school His Majesty gave, show that I and I in Jamaica as Rasta people must develop ourselves properly and communicate with the government for our rights in a proper manner, non-hostile, in order to make the people of Jamaica can be redeemed and choose their king instead of politicians and so-called pastors and priests that preach a kind of a Gregorian culture.
I like that word. That reminds me of my Jegda. They rule.
Instead of a Gregorian culture, the authentic culture coming from the cry of the Middle Passage. Because the Rasta man represent the voice of the people from the Middle Passage, the voice that chant out against enslavement. Even though we have neo-colonial slavery under political disguise, still keeping the people down. What His Majesty represents is the liberation of soul. And seeing people after 50 years, we are still strong, vibrational, and conscious about what we represent in this
Rastafari. Give thanks. Give thanks, Mr. Witter. Give thanks. Powerful. Powerful. I'm here with Alan Martin. Alan Martin, what are your thoughts now? What are your thoughts, my brother?
Brethren, as a representative of the Marcus Garvey Foundation, a part of which the Rastafari sprung from motivationally and inspirationally, I am here today to give thanks for the memorial of His Majesty's visit to Jamaica 50 years ago on this day. And we are saying that we would like to use this occasion as a departure point for the transformation of the Rastafari ideology and cultural expression. An expression that is earth real and in oneness with Jah creation. The first religious concept that came up in modern times, or since Christianity, that says, look, we as human beings must live in oneness with Jah creation. We must eat and drink and live correctly so that the earth can replenish itself and is not depleted by our eating pattern, our living pattern, and our consumption pattern. Rastafari was the first environmentally friendly organization. Therefore, through the spectacles of Ethiopia and in the lineage of His Majesty, we want to praise Jah, the creator of heaven and earth. And therefore, this organization, this religious concept, we are saying, must take on new meaning. We must brush up our act as Rastafari brethren and let this concept become more appreciated and embracing to the younger generation and to the international community on our world, and therefore spread its wings worldwide and internationally for the distant and unforeseeable future.
Thank you very much.
We want to part of it today.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my brother. There you have it, Mr. Alan Martin, chairman of the Marcus Garvey Foundation. It is indeed a pleasure to speak also with Mr. Witter and to hear a brother that thinks so much of his country and his fellow Rastafarian brethren. For all of us together today, April 21st, 2016. It is indeed history. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are at the Norman Manley International Airport once again. I'm here with Ras Michael. He saw it very important and significant not to be in Florida, but to be in Jamaica, right here where it started 50 years ago. It was named the Palisados Airport. It is now known as the Norman Manley International Airport. What are your thoughts, Ras Michael?
Yes, give thanks and praise to the Most High.
Rastafarian.
Yes, it's a joy and a pleasure to be here because I personally saw His Majesty when he was here.
Wow.
66.
How old were you at that time, Ras Michael?
12 years old.
You was 12 years old.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
So it's a joy, and it's through my wife making sure, I need to be here.
You need to be here.
Yes.
It has to be because now you have come full circle.
Yes, I'm brother, son.
And that is your son. How you doing, my brother? Ras Michael. So what's your name? Burhan. And this brother's with you also?
Asher, yes,
Brother Asher, what's up? Welcome to Jamaica. This is your country. Welcome home. What are your thoughts here with the family coming on this glorious day?
Just love and joy, you know what I mean? Just love.
And there I look, I just tell you, there I look royal. Rastaman live up, you know what I mean? Rastaman live it up. One thing I would like to say though, His Imperial Majesty imparted a very important message to us 50 years ago for us to organize and centralize. It is important now 50 years later that his son, his grandson, the Crown Prince, coming into Jamaica, have seen the organization and centralizing of Rastafarian. So, and we hold it firm with that we have it cemented so that this great movement is the protector of the rulers of the earth. Because this Rastafari is going to come and free up the earth. Everything what happening in Africa started from this little island. We have some of the most come from this little island. How are you, sir? You know what I mean? So it is important now for us to utilize and organize and centralize that. The effect of the bullet. I like that. He says not the size of the gun, but the effect of the bullet. Thank you very much. What are your thoughts? I mean, your dad makes sure that you came here today. How you feel about today being here on holy ground? So you can tell your children and your grandchildren what you experienced today. Just like how your father told you. Give thanks. Thank you once again, my brother. That's Michael. Enjoy you. Yes. Yes, man, of course, most definitely. Pick up yourself. And pick up yourself again, and we'll talk to you more. Here we are at the Norman Manley International Airport, April 21st, 2016. 50 years ago, His Imperial Majesty stepped on this soil of Jamaica. 50 years later, we have Ras Ayavai to commemorate this historical visit. Ras Ayavai.
Rasta, we give thanks because 50 years ago was the most historic day in the history of Jamaica and the world.
And the world.
Because for the first time, Selassi the first, who is a world-renowned statesman traveling the globe, was coming to a country where a people were saying, God Almighty is coming and is in our midst. So even when his plane left Trinidad, stopped over in Barbados, he saw that racists were out here in their thousands, and the chalice did not go light, and the stick did not go burn. So here went though, it fall the rain, and wash away all them flammable gases. That when the plane come in, you know, and he tell the pilot to turn off the engine, and the thousands run, and start light up the chalice, and the supervisor for the tarmac run down, because no way an airline would come in and
with so much fire.
With so much fire. And this was the first time flammable gases failed to ignite. They be peaceful with naked flame.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, why this brother is very important to this day. 3 years before the arrival of His Imperial Majesty, in Coral Garden, Rastafarians were brutally murdered by a wicked and unruly, colonized, oppressive people. What are your thoughts to know that Coral Garden happened before His Imperial Majesty land? And where is Coral Garden now, 2016?
Well, 8 years, just 8 months. 8 months after independence.
Yes.
And Jamaica took power.
Yeah.
They unleashed one of the most brutal attacks against Rastafari.
Wow.
Just 8 months. I
Yeah.
mean, the colonial government was trying their best to have Haile Selassi come out on BBC to deny his divinity. But when the emperor did not do so and waited until Jamaica became independent and paid Jamaica an independent state visit, they knew that the emperor would come, so they feel that this was an opportune time to ask the emperor to deny his divinity on the land. And instead, His Majesty meddled the Rastafarians. Yeah? So, 1963 to 66, when the emperor came, what he did, he brought a sense of belonging to Rastafari. Because those 3 days was the first time Rastafarians were seen in high places. At King's House, at Sheraton, and everywhere the lion went. The lion went along with it.
What are your thoughts, because I know you're a very spiritual Rasta man, to see that 50 years ago falls exactly on the same day, and the same Thursday, the same three, as it was. What are your thoughts? There's got to be something about this happening 50 years later.
This is a golden jubilee. I am saying that for a golden jubilee like this to happen, we should not just see Rastafarians out here. We should have seen government officials, because it was a state visit.
Yes.
This visit was not just the people invited the emperor, it was the government of Jamaica. After that, the Europeans invited him to Chile. And then he came here to Jamaica. But our own Governor General said to His Majesty, Your Majesty, don't stand this head and shoulders above all that we have seen or read about. That was done from the then Prime Minister, acting Prime Minister said, this is a high point in the history of Jamaica. So we know how special and how significant that visit was. And today, 50 years later, we give thanks to Rastafari because we have never stopped. Since the Emperor came here, we have always continued to celebrate. But now that it's Golden Jubilee, we add a golden touch to it. And the golden touch is that the grandson of His Imperial Majesty, Prince Ermias, Selassi, will be to add a piece of loyalty to your future.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we have it coming from my friend Rastafarian. I keep mixing him up with my other brother Rastafarian. Yeah, Rastafarian and Rastafarian. But this brother, I cannot forget him because he's instrumental in making a lot of things happen for Rastafari. And is committed to the cause of Rastafari and the unification of all Rastaman. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Ras Kremlin, the acting chair of the Millennium Council, is here in celebration of the 50th anniversary of His Imperial Majesty. No disrespect for his grandson, but the main objective of the Millennium Council is the 50th Jubilee visit of His Imperial Majesty. And on this issue, the next move for the Millennium Council is to prepare a march in Trench Town amongst the people, to rid the crime amongst them and move the garrison as the people who is now to be known and to be understand that they are the government of Jamaica and not those who are in parliament. So that will be the next move, blessed, towards the Millennium Council, and we are now leaving with a split from Hero Circle back to Trench Town. In other words, that's where the community is, that is where everything started in Trench Town where Rastafari is concerned. That is my talk right now.
Thank you very much. Ras Kremlin, Anna.
All houses and mansions, Jamaican.
Our message for you.
So we give thanks, I love it. Great gathering, give thanks. Who are I put our hands together for all the delegates that come from overseas. We're here to be here. Big shout out. As far as Zimbabwe and South Africa, sons and daughters are here. So we give thanks. The Prince Ermias Selassi's Imperial Highness will be here in a few. His Majesty will ride upon the wings of the wind and stretch out all flags. Yes, sir. We know where this divine presence is in our midst, don't we? We feel it like that. Because we know His Majesty have a connection with I and I also have a connection with the King of all kings. So when his grandson arrives, he will have a moment in the VIP area to be met by appointed ones who will go and have a first and meet and greet with royalty. And then he will come through that door over there and enter to the podium and address I. While he is addressing I, what I want the drivers of motor vehicles to do is to go to your cars. All of you should have gotten a ticket or a pass when you came in. The designated area for exit will be identified, because once the Prince walks from this podium, he's going to join the official security entourage and make his exit. We're just imploring security to make it not a fast motorcade, because by the time we all get out here and get into our vehicles, we would want to see Palisades Strip going out there in one unity in a royal motorcade in honor of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile. It's a great occasion, I love it. We know His Majesty say, where there is African blood, there is a need for greater unity. His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassi I also said, because I know of the sentiments that the people of Jamaica entertain for the Ethiopian people, I have always
Crown Prince of Ethiopia, the grandson of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassi I. Today is indeed an historical day when we see the Prince of Ethiopia, the Crown Prince of Ethiopia. And as he greets the people, ladies and gentlemen, the Crown Prince of Ethiopia, Prince Ermias Selassi. All mansions of Rastafari is here to represent this blessed, glorious day.
Yes, greetings, royal princesses, princes, kings and empresses. We give thanks on this glorious day. Right now, the 50th anniversary of the visit of His Imperial Majesty Haile Selassie. We have amongst us his grandson, His Imperial Highness Prince Ermias Selassie Haile Selassie is here to join us in the commemoration of this great day that we call Groundation Day. And we are going to hear a few words from His Imperial Highness, Prince Ermias Haile Selassie. Right about now I want to give thanks and much strength to the Rastafari community of the kept His Imperial Majesty's name resounding across the universe and across the planet. And right now, as we know, Jamaica being the birthplace of the Rastafari movement, we will show the world how we welcome the seeds of His Imperial Majesty Haile Selassie I. Yes, we in Jamaica will show the world the great reverence we have for His Imperial Majesty Haile Selassie I, and therefore for his offspring. And right now it gives us great pleasure to welcome to our blessed island none other than His Imperial Highness Prince Ermias Haile Selassie, who is not only the grandson of His Imperial Majesty Haile Selassie I, but is also the President of the Ethiopian Crown Council. So in a few minutes we're going to hear from His Imperial Highness. In a few minutes, of course, we know that he is greeting the ones and the hands that have come out. We give thanks to the turnout. And we give thanks for this majestic day. 50 years to the day when His Imperial Majesty Haile Selassie I.
One of the biggest moments in my life as I touch hands with His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie's grandson. I'm in tears right now. I'm in awe.
It was a Thursday.
But history must be.
Think about it. It was a Thursday, and here we are. A Thursday 2016. What a blessed occasion this is. Is this not divine destiny, brethren and sisters? Is this not divine destiny? Ceremony at the Haile Selassie High School tomorrow at 1 o'clock, which is under the patronage of His Imperial Highness Prince Ermias Haile Selassie. That will be at 1 o'clock. the civic ceremony at the Haile Selassie High School. After that, there will be the lecture event, the inaugural Haile Selassie the first lecture at the UE campus, 6 o'clock tomorrow. 6. So 2 big events tomorrow.
Yo.
And right about now, I don't want to take up too much time. Yo. It gives me great pleasure.
Yo.
Great pleasure. So I man, Dr. Michael Barnett, otherwise known as Ras Mikey Barnett, to introduce none other than the president of the Ethiopian Crown Council, the grandson of Haile Selassie I, none other than His Imperial Highness Prince Ermias Salih Selassie, Haile Selassie. Let us welcome him. Let us welcome him, ladies and gentlemen. Let us welcome him.
Thank you so much for having waited for me this long. I'm overwhelmed. And I really thank you all for showing me such a warm welcome and hospitality. I'm looking so much forward to seeing more of you, more of Jamaica, and to commemorating this historic event as it should be. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Rastafarian! Rastafarian! Yeah, man, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. You have just seen the Crown Prince of Ethiopia, Prince Ermias Salih.
Everyone move to your vehicles right now, please. All drivers.
Here we are, now following the motorcade of His Imperial Majesty's grandson, Prince Ermias Salih Selassie. Today is an historical day. I touched the hand of the grandson of His Imperial Majesty. This was what was destined of me. I had to be here. I could not have sit home somewhere in the United States or somewhere else. I must be here for this moment of history. Look, ladies and gentlemen, just take a look at the motorcade going, hundreds of cars and flags, everyone driving behind the great-grandson of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I. And ladies and gentlemen, like we say, history could not have happened if it had not been recorded by God Brown, CEO, President and Founder of Firestone Productions. Me and God Brown, we go way back. So to share this day with him, you know, I've not yet touched him with the hands of His Imperial Majesty's son, but this is it. Put it to the camera. I touched him with His Imperial Majesty's son. And look at which hand he grabbed, the one to my heart. Ain't that something? Ja, Rastafarian. You know, today is the day that I will never forget. I only hope that my children, Claude Sinclair Jr., Sean and Shane, Ryan, I would only hope that my grandchildren, Shade and Cameron, watch this video and see a piece of history. To see the transformation of what I should have been many years ago, but it could not have happened before this day. Today is a glorious day, and we give thanks to Firestone for being here. I called him early this morning, and he could have easily well said, Big Stone, I can't make it, I'm tired, because he did many works. But he answered the phone, and here we are, recording history. Firestone, big up yourself, youth. Yeah, man. And after that,
Blessed love.
share some joy with the people of the world. Let them know how you feel now, after experiencing it, seeing with your own eyes.
Blessed man, is honor to meet His Imperial Majesty of Ethiopia grandson. It was a joy, the Rastafarian story. An elder Firestone we are produced, we as knows. Give thanks to God in this moment. Give thanks to the Emperor who has left the seed to carry on, the legend, you know what I mean, of Ethiopia, the seed of Solomon and Sheba. Orthodox.
Look at the motorcade, ladies and gentlemen. Look at it as we go. Let's take a look from the side. It is indeed a wonderful day. It's about 75 degrees and blowing in Jamaica with a slight overcast, you know, clouds, just to show the Jamaican people how pleased His Imperial Majesty is in the island. He did not bring rain. He's pleased. But we need to do more work. We need to start utilizing the work of what His Imperial Majesty says. We must organize and centralize. There's no other way. It cannot be done no other way. All mansions of Rastafari must come together because we serve one king and God, Emperor Selassi I. So if we serve one king and God, Emperor Selassi I, then we can have no misunderstanding. The pathway is clear. Organize and centralize. That's the only way we can ever regain our great empire. Africa. Big Stone says. 50 years ago, ladies and gentlemen, His Imperial Majesty touched down on this beautiful island, Jamaica, April 21st, a Thursday. And he spent 3 glorious days meeting and greeting the Jamaican people who treated him as God Almighty, as he was and still is. Ladies and gentlemen, 50 years later was no mean normal. I had the opportunity to cover the event this morning and it was extremely spiritual. There was a blessing gathering of Rastafari. All mansion was there. I talked to people from Syria, people from Mexico, people from Florida, people from all over the world, Africa, Haiti, people from all over the world was here to see history in its making. Ladies and gentlemen, and the people of Jamaica, and the people of the world, when His Imperial Majesty came to Jamaica, he came and he gave a directive. He said we all must organize and centralize. We're going to use this opportunity, my brothers, fellow Rastafarians. Let's bury our differences, my brethren. Let's get together and stay together because we love and respect one man, one God. All of us look to His Imperial Majesty for salvation. If we are His seeds and His offspring, then we must learn to come together. We must learn to come together. Let protocol fall where it may. The people who are learned and better able to handle the situation, let them do it. Play your part. Every person play their own supportive part. I'm doing my part. I don't want to sit on the chair, on the benches. I don't want to be the president of anything. I just want to do my little part I'm doing now. And guess what? It cannot happen without me. Just like you, it cannot happen without you. So when His Imperial Majesty says, let's organize and centralize, he meant just that. A race of people that is divided cannot stand. Cannot stand. A race of people that is divided cannot stand and reclaim its once glorious land of Africa. We do it now. We must do it now. In 2012, we brought the son of Marcus Garvey here, right here in Jamaica. In 2013, we brought him again. And also the son of Steve Bantu Biko. You see, ladies and gentlemen, we have here the son, the grandson of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I. The Trinity has been sealed. There has now been a paradigm shift in Jamaica where great and glorious things are going to happen. Africa for Africans, those at home and those abroad. Rasta.